All right, and we're live for our second interview with local nonprofits here with our week of learning. That's what we're calling this whole week is a week just to know a little bit more about what our nonprofits are doing locally. We have already been to Green Oak Center today, and we went to several more earlier this week, but now we're going to hear and we're going to have a little more of an intimate session of us sitting together and having a conversation style. More of behind the scenes and getting a success story from somebody that's been a domestic violence victim. So today we have with us, if you want to introduce yourself, and first I'll say that this interview is going to be with the Serenity House Domestic Violence Shelter here in Colquitt County. So we'll start with the director.
Hello everyone, thank you for having us with you today. My name is Haley Clark. I'm the director of Colquitt County Serenity House.
Okay, and my name is Lisa. So we're excited to be able to hear a success story from her today. But first, we're going to do a little bit of, you can tell us maybe a little bit about your organization and what you do.
All right. Serenity House was founded in May of 2002 after a local young woman lost her life due to domestic violence, and some local citizens got together and decided that it would be beneficial to start a domestic violence shelter here in Colquitt County. We have been serving women and children for 18 years now, and we do temporary emergency shelter along with support services for domestic violence survivors. Some of the services that we do include case management. We do legal advocacy. We offer transportation services, community referrals such as counseling, transportation. We help women get their GEDs, find jobs, and the main goal is finding safe, healthy homes for them to move to once they leave our facility, because our goal is to empower these ladies to be able to stand on their own 2 feet and not feel like they have to go back to an abusive situation.
Right. Well, that's exactly what you do. That's perfect. So, since we know what Serenity House is, and I know that most people probably watching know what the Serenity House Domestic Violence is, kind of self-explanatory. Maybe if you could tell us a little bit about you as a director and tell us maybe why you're interested or why you chose to take on this position and why you chose to be the director, and a little bit about you to let people know and kind of get familiar with you in this county, since you don't live here, but you work here.
Okay. I really think this was
you see that.
North Carolina. Well, like she said, I'm not from here, and this was not my background. Originally, I had managed a medical practice in Albany, Georgia for over 17 years. And I guess some might call it a midlife crisis. I don't know, but I hit a point in my life where I felt like I wanted to do something that was a little more impactful than I had been doing previously. I wanted to make a difference in people's lives, and I had no idea how I was going to do that, but I went back to school, got my master's degree in human service counseling, and actually applied for this job when I saw it, and I thought, well, I'll never get it, but we're going to go for it anyway, and the door just opened, and I've been with Serenity House for 2 years now. So
in 2 years, she has done amazing things. I can speak for you on that. I've had the joy of being able to sit as an advisory capacity on the Serenity House board, and Haley has really taken it and gone above and beyond in everything that she has accomplished and taken on in the last 2 years. I know this is not something we're going to talk about, but could you tell us a little bit about stuff that you maybe accomplished since you've been there, the state certification?
Well, when I started 2 years ago, the facility itself was in need of some upkeep, so we started working towards some grants to actually make the facility more comfortable and more efficient for the women and children that come through there. It is a 15-bed shelter now, so community living is not always easy. It's not sharing kitchens and bathrooms and things like that. So slowly over the past 2 years, we've worked to make it a little more friendly for the people that live there, kind of giving them their own spaces and help them with that. We did get our state certification in July of 2019, which was a phenomenal feat. It's the first time the shelter has been state certified since it's been open, so we're really excited about that.
That's awesome. That's your thing. If you take back, that is a huge thing. You know what I mean? A huge thing.
That has blessed us with being able to do some shelter renovations, which were much needed. So along with the state money that came in and the United Way money, we've been able to repair areas of the shelter that desperately needed repairs. We completely overhauled the handicap bathroom, which was much needed, and the back bathroom. We repaired the flooring throughout the shelter, and now we are about to remodel the last bathroom, which was much needed. So the house that it's in is a little bit older and dated, so we're having to kind of keep some upkeep of repairs, but it has been a great thing. And what we're really excited about is this year we're revamping our child program. So we've got a new child advocate on staff now that does after school activities and programming with the kids. So we've been able to use some of that money to completely overhaul our playroom and make learning centers and things like that. So we're getting really excited about the new after school program for the kids.
That's cool. So I knew a little bit about that, but you told us a little bit more of that. I know that so we talked earlier with Russ at Green Oak about the different organizations that partner together and a lot of the collaborations and things that happen behind the scenes with nonprofits. So, and I know that you work with several other nonprofits in the community, maybe the Art Center, the Green Oak Center. So can you tell us a little bit about that, or how that partnership works, and who they are? Maybe you can tell some of them.
Yes, Russ at Green Oaks is great. He's a good referral source for people with disabilities or mental health problems that might need a little more assistance in the community for children who are 18 or under. We also use Hope House Pregnancy Center here in town. They do our parenting classes for like new moms a lot of times, which is great. We utilize Hero House if we have children susceptible to child abuse or sexual assault. So those are great resources. So we collaborate with a lot of the organizations here in town. The Art Center provides art therapy classes for our residents once a month, which has been tremendous. Our residents absolutely love it. It's just kind of an escape, and they can kind of get their feelings out and do something different, have something to look forward to. So that has just been a wonderful asset.
And see, and I love that. And I know we touched a little bit on that because we spoke on it earlier in Green Oaks, and I feel like I keep continuing to say this over and over, that the different partnerships behind the scenes that people don't see. And you have several of them that just like those organizations that make it run and make it happen. So we're thankful for everything you do with that. So I do want to take a little spin real quick, and since we do have a guest, I don't want everybody to wondering and being waiting on what she has going on. But so we're going to hear maybe a little bit about your story of what you went through with going to the Serenity House, and maybe where you've come full circle or what you're doing now. So okay. Tell us your story. Tell us your story.
Well, I am from Florida. Born and raised over there. So I did meet my ex-husband over there. Unfortunate situation. Started with attack here, and then it started getting more aggressive throughout our relationship. Sorry.
No, so listen, you've been through it. I know that it can be easy to relive it, but thank you for coming into that.
This is not actually I was actually on the street before when I was pregnant with a child, which you can find that in my as well. Due to his drug and his obsession of how he wanted to run. Yeah. So we went back together, and it got worse. So I moved over here because I found out I had a half sister, which it was a blessing because I actually got on my knees and prayed about it on Christmas because I was tired of it. I'm so sorry. No, you're good. So when I got my niece and I prayed about it, it was funny because it started happening in my life like a domino, which is so beautiful. Because when I moved over here, it was actually because I was for my job, knowing that I'm very committed to wherever I am. So for that to happen, I moved over here. And then I found out my dad, that was on my birth certificate, that was all gone, he reappeared and he started like molding me, putting in my mind how beautiful you are, how precious you are. And that's the main thing with a lot of these girls I go through. And with her and the staff, like they kept me, because there was days I come and I was just cry. And it's really hard, because it's very emotional for a lot of these girls. And I see these ladies, I had my legs up. I had my legs in my own apartment. I took all my legs up with me. She was coming with me. Yeah. So anyhow, I put it in the Serenity house and I put music in there. And so much joy, you can see it in their faces. I'll never forget it. We were all dancing in the kitchen. We did. We were all dancing our hearts out. And you can tell the children's faces too. These kids are affected more than you could ever believe, which I didn't know. Until they had an activity for them to write about, you know, their experience. And it's amazing what my girls put down, because I was quiet. I didn't make a sound. And there's some other ladies that didn't make a sound either, but our children, they were so affected by it. So this program is more than just taking us out of the situation. It's also helping us realize what we were going through, you know. Every staff member there, like truly, they're so close to my heart. And every little thing, like the people that helped out, like with activities and giving and stuff, but we needed those things. It is such a long journey, and I'm still going through that journey right now. There's days that I'm fabulous, and there's days I'm crying money. It's still a journey. It really is. But this program, this Serenity House, is beyond it. If you truly want to change. Because not everyone wants to change, but there's some girls out there that truly do need it. And I am so blessed to have found them. Like I told her as well, you know, another thing that would be great, I don't know who hears this, but a boxing class.
We gotta get in touch with Kevin. It's Kevin Bautista on the line. Boxing classes for sure. That's a good idea. What a new partnership. That'd be a great new partnership. Are you volunteering?
I took some boxing because when I got out, I was like, you know what, never again would I allow me to touch it. And I feel, and I said it before, I feel like a lot of times these girls want to pray. You know, my big sister was 6'4", and I'm a little person. I was funny for it. So there's a lot of things that I feel like she has done so many good things, and they can keep going forward too. Because the main thing is these girls are minds. You know, our self-esteem, or us feeling of value. Because I remember in the Serenity House too. Not only that they were helping me, we were helping each other out too. Is that communication? We will sit on the table and all our phones would start ringing with our X's on them. And it was scary because, you know, I won't forget, it was like mine going off, hers going off, you know, and we started talking to each other, and it's the same thing. It only gets worse. It only gets worse. And it's so sad and it's so unfortunate, despite how you feel about the situation. And it does take time to heal, and it does take time to recover from it completely. Yeah. So I'm still in that walk. I'm still in that journey, but I'm taking it one thing at a time.
And so, where are you now? Where do you? So, how long was this ago?
She was with us in 2018.
So it was when you first started.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when she first started, I started hearing about new changes. I'm like, what are new changes? I just got here.
That makes me so proud.
Yeah, so it's just like, as soon as I got in, she was like the main person that dealt with me the most, and Melissa, like, they all did a superb job, but they really held my hand through all the steps. Because
So how did you get out? Did you have like a process where they could help her get a place to stay? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
She had a job. She was with us, so she's still working the same job.
Okay, and that's where you just come from. I know that, right?
So she worked hard the whole time she was there, and a lot of what we do is we help them get to the point they want to be. So when they come in, we figure out what their goals are, what they want to do, where they want to be when they leave, and we start developing a plan to help them get to that point. So she already had the job, so she had a lot of that under her belt. So it's just a matter of saving some money and getting her safe housing, and we helped her with a temporary protective order. And so she was able, she was in and out in a couple of months, so, and she's still working the same job. And what's beautiful about her, and I think she is such an inspiration, and why I love for her to speak is because she has such a beautiful story that has come full circle, because now she donates back to Serenity House, and she's got a passion and a heart for to see other women, because she's been through it, and she knows that you can overcome it and you can survive it, and she's on that other side of it. So her story is just beautiful, and I love to hear her share it.
Hey, that touched my heart. I'm so glad that we were able to get you in here today. And I know that we would love to go and tour. I know some people from the community were probably thinking, oh, we'll get to go see what the Serenity House looks like. But you tell us a little bit about why we can't show people around where it is.
All the services that we provide are strictly confidential. So anybody who comes into shelter, we cannot disclose names, identities, anything like that. They have to, it's completely their choice if they want anybody to know they're there. But us as employees, we have to maintain the strictest confidence of anyone who's in shelter. Also, our shelter is with the state is listed as a non-disclosed facility, which means we cannot disclose the location of it, and that is for the safety of the residents that are in shelter.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, I did, and that made me feel so much better.
Yes. We don't want somebody showing up, an abuser showing up at, at the facility or finding out where we are. So we do take every precaution necessary to keep our ladies and their children safe.
Great. Well, so I feel like y'all given us a lot of good information. We know what the Serenity House does. Are there anything that you need?
We're always taking donations right now, thanks to COVID. We can't take huge clothing at this time, but things that we can always utilize are cleaning supplies, hygiene products, toilet paper, paper towels, trash bags, laundry detergent, anything that you use in your home to maintain your home is items that we can always take throughout the year. So.
Good. I'm glad to know that. We'll make sure we get that out there for everybody.
A lot of DIY projects for families, kids, because that is such a mental health to escape what's going on around.
Yeah, that is part of our new child advocacy program.
That, and I don't know if it started when you were there, but the partnership with the art center. See, I think that so when Haley got in, she started making a lot of connections and partnerships through different activities and things like that. So yeah, she got in there and really ramped that up, and that's what I meant by that partnership and that collaboration. She's able to have art classes, and yeah, so she really has done a great job with it. So we're excited about that. So if you want to tell anyone that's watching, if somebody in the audience is going through some type of domestic violence in their home, or know of someone, what do you suggest, and how do you get them to call the hotline? What's the hotline number? Any of that you can give us.
We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our hotline number, which can be, you can access it anytime. We have workers out there 24/7. The number is 229-890-7233. And it's just your connection. Even if it's not you going through it, you just know somebody and you want to know resources or what the process is, reach out. Our advocates are willing to walk you through the steps to, help them on what to do. But as far as, the people reaching out, maybe might be a little bit better on, making that decision, because ultimately it's going to be the woman's decision, and she's going to have to reach out for help.
So how did you reach out?
Like I said, when I got on my knees and started praying, it took months. It was constantly just telling me I didn't have to go to constantly reminding me, you're so beautiful, you're smart, goes through New York kind of deal. Because a lot of times these girls are not going to leave. It's really hard to leave that situation, especially when they've been in that routine for so many years. Just planting the seed. You know, here you go again. Hey, you're so smart. You're so beautiful. You don't deserve that. But still planting that seed until she gets back up. And hopefully it's not too late.
Always be an encourager to someone who's going through that
It's a
situation.
very tough situation, but as long as you know something is off, just be around that person. And that's what they really need.
They need encouragement, lots of encouragement, because we don't realize, people who have never been in that situation don't realize the barriers that they have to overcome in order to get out of that situation.
And it's scary. It's completely scary because even when I left, despite I had all these people behind me, it's still scary. The journey by myself. Even when I left, I had a TPO that's by his husband. He still broke my window. It's scary, but it's so worth it.
Well, you look happy, so that's a good thing. I'll say that that's a success story in itself, a good smile. But y'all, I'm so glad that you're okay. I'm glad you brought her, and that people can really see what you have going on out there. And we're y'all pretty much giving us all the information that you know, feel like the community can handle. Here, but because I even cared, I have to catch myself because like if I talk, I want to be blubbering over here. But is there anything else you want to share before we say goodbye to the community? And any questions they have, they can ask now, or I can get to you. I'll tag you in it, and you'll be able to answer. So
I'm just thankful for the community support. I'm thankful for the support of United Way, because we would not be able to do what we do without you guys. So I appreciate it.
You wouldn't be able to assist me if it was real. So you guys are doing good things out there. Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for coming. All right, and tune in tomorrow. We will have a whole day full of other nonprofits, from Boys and Girls Club to, I mean, you're going to get a whole lot more tomorrow too. So please stay tuned, and thank you for watching.